Okay, welcome everybody to the webinar. I am so excited to be with you, coming to you live from my home office in San Diego, California. We're going to have some fun tonight. I guarantee it. My goal tonight is to pack this time we have together with tons and tons and tons of useful content. At the end, I'll also let you guys know what's going on with our Teamzy Bootcamp, so you have all the information there if you're curious about that. And then I'll do a question and answer so that you can ask me anything you like live. Sound good? Okay, so let's just dive right on in. And the question and answer, there's a little thing down there. You can put questions at any point. You can start logging them in there so that we have them as they come up. And then I'll have them at the end of the call. So this is what I want to talk to you about tonight. First and foremost, our topic: how I consistently generate new customers and recruits and build reliable income. My entire system revealed. And some of you know me. My name is Eric Johnson, creator and CEO of Teamzy. Some of you don't. And so tonight I'm going to show you philosophically how the whole system works. So make sure that you have pad and paper ready. Here's my goal. I'm going to teach you how to consistently create new customers and recruits without getting rejected. You're going to feel like you're in control and have everything organized because you'll have more time, because you'll know exactly what to do each day. Okay? You'll know exactly what to do each day. Also, you'll feel great knowing your business is making reliable income, and you'll never have to worry about where your leads are coming from. You'll feel more confident having conversations because you're not approaching people in a salesy way. Who's this for? This presentation is for network marketers and direct sellers. Or any people selling any type of product directly to people. Or if you're just starting out in the business, great. You're going to get a ton of direction. If you're a seasoned veteran, you're going to get a lot of nuggets too. Also, this is for team leaders, busy moms, working professionals. In other words, it's for you guys. It's for all of us, okay? And I think you'll find something relevant. So in the next 45 minutes, you're going to learn how to generate new customers and recruits like clockwork, even if you don't know very many people or are just getting started out in the direct selling business. I'll show you how to effectively build relationships, starting conversations, engaging your prospects, and transitioning to a sale, again, without damaging relationships. And I'm also going to share with you 2 little known Facebook messenger tricks that follow up and convert. Okay, so know when to send and exactly what to say without being annoying, all that good stuff. Very few network marketers even know this stuff. You'll know it tonight. And I'm going to share with you my 3-step system that I use to do all of my income producing activities in less than an hour a day. Less than an hour a day. Who's up for that? Yeah, you should be able to build this business and still have a life. And also how to grow your downline fast, help them succeed, and be the team they want to join. Okay, but before I teach you how to grow your business, you need to know about relationship marketing. It's kind of the basis to everything I'm going to show you tonight. You need to know about this. A couple of important reminders. For this to work, you must have a heart to help others. You must have a heart to help others. If that's you, stay on. If you're just looking to make a buck and don't care about people, you can go ahead and click away. You're not going to like this webinar. I highly suggest you turn off your phone unless you're watching on your phone, but otherwise turn it off just so you don't get distracted. We have a lot to cover, and take notes. Okay, so get out a notepad or whatever you take notes on and get ready, because you're going to want to apply these principles that I teach you tonight right away in your business. Again, just to introduce myself, about me, I help busy network marketers build their businesses. I've been a professional business coach and consultant for 20 years, helping people build their business. I'm the founder of Teamzy, a top CRM with over 120,000 network marketing users. Some of you guys are familiar with Teamzy. That's probably why you're here. It's an amazing company. And I've had the opportunity to train over 100,000 direct sellers in the past 4.5 years. Incredible. From top companies like Rodan & Fields, Beachbody, Juice Plus, Isagenix, Plexus, Lavelle, Unique, Singular, and many, 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 many more. Growing every day. So my story, how did I get involved in this? Here's a shot of my family. And just to kind of let you guys know, I've been in the business of coaching for 20 years. My career has been amazing. It's been incredibly rewarding. But I found myself in a place about 7 years ago now, where I felt a little bit stuck in my career. I just felt like there was nowhere left to grow. I wanted to make more money, but more importantly, I wanted to spend more time with my family. I wanted to be there for them. And I felt like I was constantly working and never with them. And so I started looking at the direct sales network marketing opportunities, kind of a side hustle. Thought, what a great way to create something extra. There was a challenge though. I just didn't have much time. So I wanted to figure out how to build my business in just 1 hour a day. How to build my business in just 1 hour a day. How to stay in contact with all of my relationships without having to do a lot of planning or thinking. Honestly, I wanted to just, boom, I wanted to be able to turn something on and go. And I needed a way to follow up seamlessly on interest so that nobody falls through the cracks. See, we do all this work to generate interest, right? And then we let people fall through the cracks because we don't have a good follow-up system. So these were things that I was wrestling with and trying to figure out. Okay, so I'm about to teach you what took me over 16 years to learn and was refined through trial and error with thousands of coaching clients over the years. And given the time, I'm sure you could figure it out for yourself too. But instead, I'm going to make it easy for you and just give you the whole system tonight. I'm just going to share with you my whole system. It's foolproof. One warning though, before we get started, what I'll show you goes against what is most commonly taught in direct sales. It will most likely contradict what you've heard from your upline leaders. And they may even warn you not to go reinvent the wheel. That's a quote I hear all the time, which is why I had to throw it out there. So let's get to the heart of the matter. Why relationship marketing? Of all the ways to approach your business, I'm going to teach you about relationship marketing tonight. But why should we choose relationship marketing? Why should we choose this approach to the business? I love this quote from Mark McCormick. He said, all things being equal, people will do business with a friend. All things being unequal, people will still do business with a friend. People want to do business with friends. They want to feel connection. They want to feel relationship with you. Does it make sense? And here's the good news is that to build this business successfully, you don't need to be salesy, icky, or spammy. It's not necessary. In fact, I highly recommend you don't do it, which is good. All right. So let's talk about what is relationship marketing. What is relationship marketing? First off, it's a philosophy of doing business that puts relationships and people ahead of sales and products. It puts relationships and people ahead of sales and products. See, the reason why this industry has a bad reputation is because so many people feel like their friends and family have painted a target on their backs, just trying to make a sale off them, right? But we flip that around. The relationship's more important. The people are more important than the sale. We make sure they feel that way too. This is also not some abstract feel-good concept. This is a proven system that we follow, always knowing what to do next. Okay, let me just say that again. It's a proven system that we follow, always knowing what to do next. How many people would just like to know what to do next? Right? Okay, well, stay tuned. We'll go through this. I want you guys to get this concept. Relationships are your duty. As business owners, relationships are your duty. The main difference between relationship marketing and the traditional approach to this business is this underlying philosophy that developing and deepening relationships is the paramount duty of a business. Developing and deepening relationships is the paramount duty of a business. We're in this business to meet people and build relationships with them. And if you can get that first, everything I teach you tonight will follow. Okay. Did you know that people are 4 times more likely to buy when referred by a friend? 4 times more likely to buy when referred by a friend. This is why we build relationships, guys. So we want to seek to serve first. The first thing we do in relationship marketing, seek to serve first. Okay? So in relationship marketing, we serve and bring value first. And by investing in relationships, people are much more likely to do business with us and to recommend their friends and family. See, this whole concept of, I just want to close a sale. Teach me how to close a sale. It feels manipulative, right? And it makes people feel like the relationship you have with them is not important. But we're going to focus on that relationship first. We're going to help people first. We're going to serve them first, right? Just like right now, I'm going to give you my whole system. I'm going to give it to you. I want you guys to have it. I want to serve you first. Make sense? Because I know after I've shared some time with you and poured my heart out to you and to teach you the benefit of all of my years of experience, maybe you'll be more likely to do business with me too. Does it make sense? Okay. And I love this. You know, what's your motivation in business? Is your motivation helping others, or is your motivation purely financial gain? Now, I believe you should be able to make money helping others, right? That's one of the things that makes our country, everything great. But is your motivation this? I have a great product that I want to tell my friends about because I believe it will make their lives better, versus I'm going to tell anyone about this product so I can make a living. And first thing you want you to do is check your heart. With relationship marketing, our motivation is helping others. Relationship marketing is not simply selling products to our relationships. Okay, that's backwards. We build relationships first, serve your customers in such a way that they become walking, talking billboards for your business. Okay, build the relationships first and serve your customers in such a way they become walking, talking billboards for your business. By investing time, excuse me, I'm losing my voice, guys. By investing time in providing excellent service, you will turn prospects into advocates. And I'm going to talk a little bit about advocates tonight as well, guys. But there are people who may never purchase from you or join your team, but they can become advocates, introducing people to your business because they're excited about what you're doing. Make sense? And so we'll help you guys to cultivate them. Also, I want to bring this to your attention. Recommendations are more influential than we think. 82% of Americans say they seek recommendations from friends and family when considering a purchase. They seek recommendations. 82% of people. That's pretty huge, right? Again, this is why we build relationships, so we can get recommended by people. Okay, so don't run over your relationships. Don't run them over. The traditional old school approach is to blast your relationships with cold messages and invites, hoping to take advantage of that existing relationship to get a sale. What happens when we do this? This destroys trust. It damages relationships, and it leaves you feeling icky. How many of you guys sometimes feel like the icky salesperson? That's the last thing you want to feel like. Yeah. So let me just kind of highlight the difference between what's commonly taught, the going for no philosophy versus relationship marketing. So if you guys haven't heard of going for no, the idea is that you just need to talk to more people, and it's okay. Most of them will reject you, but every no gets you closer to yes, right? That's their philosophy, which I think is a bunch of baloney. Okay, so let me just kind of go through this. Going for no, it's completely self-centered. It's completely self-centered. I'm going to go through this list so that I can find a few sales. It damages your personal relationships, right? It damages your personal relationships, drains your energy. Who wants to sign up for the get rejected 100 times a day process? Certainly not I. I hate rejection. Anybody hate rejection? It's okay to hate rejection. That's me. And it gives this industry a bad reputation. This is why there's a bad reputation in the industry. Also, you waste a lot of time on leads that go nowhere. You waste a lot of time on leads that go nowhere. Okay? Versus relationship marketing, where we generate leads by building relationships and getting introduced to people. We save time because we only really work with those that'll bring us business. It's enjoyable. There's no icky feeling or rejections because we're focusing on helping people and building trust. We focus on repeat business and long-term relationships. In other words, we don't have to beat the bushes for the rest of our career. After a while, the work we've done starts to sustain itself, which is cool. And it's more genuine. It's caring, right? That's why I like relationship marketing. So here's what I want you guys to get to, this whole concept that as you create advocates, you will generate introductions. As you create advocates, you will generate introductions. And it's so much better when other people bring you your new business, right? As you invest in relationships, they're more likely to introduce friends and family to you. Also, the people they introduce will already trust you because their friend does. How cool is that? 85% of new business comes from customer word of mouth, but most network marketers put all their focus on that little slice, the 15%, the other stuff, right? Why not use a system that focuses on the 85% portion of the pie? So who would you rather work with? A cold lead, with typically low quality leads, they're skeptical and they don't trust you. You end up wasting time on leads that go nowhere. Or an introduced lead, someone who already trusts you. They're easier to close, they're way more loyal, and they're way more likely to refer you again. It's a no-brainer, right? Okay, so that's why I believe, some of the reasons why I believe relationship marketing makes more sense. Now, let me teach you how this works. There are 6 components to relationship marketing, and I'm going to go through all of them tonight. So again, rapid fire, it's a lot of content. Make sure your notes are ready because I want you to get this all down. But here they are quickly, and then I'm going to talk about each one. 1, trust is everything. Trust is everything. Number 2, you need to get your lists organized and prioritized. You need to get your lists organized and prioritized. Number 3, start conversations daily. Okay, start conversations daily. Number 4, invite and share appropriately. Invite and share appropriately. Number 5, follow up like a pro, right? You knew that was coming. Follow up like a pro, number 5. Number 6, always create introductions. Always create introductions, also known as getting referrals. But I'm going to explain the difference between getting a referral and getting introduced here tonight. So there's the 6 components of relationship marketing. Let me go through each one of these for you. Let's start with number 1, trust is everything. First off, you need to understand that relationship marketing depends on trust. Relationship marketing depends on trust. In other words, if you're a jerk, this ain't gonna work. This system does not work if you do anything tricky or disingenuous, right? And there's a lot of stuff being taught out there that feels that way, isn't it? Some of it very much so, some of it just slightly so. We don't do that in relationship marketing. We get to be genuine and authentic all the way through, okay? Because trust makes the work fun. When somebody trusts you, you don't have to convince them or sell them. You get right to helping them. And that's why we're here, right? To help people. Also, trust removes the ickiness from the sales process. You're never going to feel icky. You're never going to make your friends or family feel icky or want to avoid you when you're working on building trust with them. Also, you get to go for yes. Forget the go for no stuff. You know that I don't like that, but you get to go for yes. There's no long list of rejections happening when you're working with relationship marketing. That's what I love about it. I told you guys, I hate being rejected. With this system, you don't build up rejection. It's pretty cool. So how do you build trust? There's actually 4 essential ingredients to building trust, and I'll talk to you about them really quickly. But here they are: chemistry, character, competence, and consistency. Okay, the 4 essential ingredients to building trust: chemistry, character, competence, and consistency. Chemistry is where you have common ground with someone. What is it about you that they can relate to? Okay, chemistry is where you have common ground with someone. What is it about you they can relate to? Remember we talked a little while ago about how people want to do business with friends. They want to do business with somebody they like. So you need to spend some time asking questions and finding out what you have in common with people and making sure that you're being relatable, that you're sharing enough of yourself so they can relate to you. This is important. We need to build that rapport up, right? So number 1, they want to do business with somebody they like. So find out what you have in common. Number 2, character. Character is when you demonstrate how much you care and that you're relatable. Character is when you demonstrate how much you care and that you're relatable. I want you to notice something about this definition, and some of you have heard me teach on this. You don't actually have character. Character is not something we have. Character is something we do. It's an action you have to take intentionally. This is how we show people through our actions that we care for them, right? And so your character is the centerpiece of your business, and it's the centerpiece of who you are. You need to be intentional about demonstrating care all the time, 24/7, everything you do. How you care for your customers, how you follow up, how you take care of other people, how you treat people out in the world that are serving you and helping you, how you drive on the highway, how you post on social media, do you return the shopping cart at Target? All these things show whether you care for others, and you need to start living your life that way, intentionally saying, I need to make sure people know my character. I need to be living it out loud so that people see it, because this is huge if you want people to trust you in your business. Does this make sense? Number 3 is competence. Competence is when you demonstrate you're good at what you do and you're a business person. Okay, competence is when you demonstrate you're good at what you do and you're a business person. Again, this is something you have to do. It's not something you just get to have, right? And there's 2 pieces to this. The first one is, are you good at what you do? In other words, can you help me solve my problem? Do I confidently believe you can help me solve my problem? And if the answer is yes, then I'm going to purchase from you. Right? I'll become your customer if I confidently believe you can help me solve my problem. The second piece is, do I want to join your team? Do I believe you can mentor me in this business? Do I see you as a competent business person? Now, this may take time to demonstrate competence, especially to those closest to you who've seen you with your pants on backwards and do silly things in your life, right? It takes time to demonstrate that competence, but this is an important part of building trust with people. They need to know that you're competent. And if you, like me, suddenly became competent in an area that you used to be incompetent in, right? Just like I teach people how to get to financial freedom. I was an incompetent because I declared bankruptcy in my 20s. I did it wrong. But over time, I learned competence. So I had to show people that I was learning these things. Same thing with, so whatever your business is, showing them that you're learning, that you're progressing, that you're gaining knowledge, sharing that publicly so they can see you on the road to competence is a hugely important part of the business, right? Same thing with your business milestones. When you earn that free vacation, or when you earn that little whatever, in the beginning, it might be a free duffel bag or something that you get, like share those little milestones so that they see you building a business. This is so important to build up that competence over time. Now, the other thing that I would recommend for new people is to share the competence of your team. Share the competence of your team. Tell people how amazing your upline is, how your sponsor is so brilliant, how successful they are. Share those stories. Because in the beginning, they may be willing to join you because you're part of an amazing team, as opposed to because you're so amazing yet you're brand new too. Make sense? Whatever you do with competence, never pretend to be something you're not. Don't ever fake it. Remember, this is about trust. You have to be authentic in everything that you do. So share the journey, work on your competence, and lean into your team's competence when you're new. Here's one thing I want to show, a little principle before we move on. This kind of underlies what I've been talking to you about. If somebody wants to do business with you, they really only care about these three things. Can I trust you? Are you good at what you do? I'm sorry. Can I trust you? Do you care about me? And are you good at what you do? Can I trust you? Do you care about me? And are you good at what you do? Okay. They may not say these out loud, but they feel these in their hearts. And these questions are important because when you've earned their trust on these three things, guess what happens? You've got an advocate, and that's what we're after, is building advocates. Number 4 for building trust is consistency. Consistency. Being consistent is the most effective way to build trust. Right? Never trust the person who says, trust me. Trust the person who shows you consistently they can be trusted. And this is how we have to build trust. And it's so important that we be consistent. We need to be consistent in the simple things like, are you consistently using your products? Are you a product of your product? Are you showing people that? How about, your journey on social media? Are you sharing consistently? Do people know and they see the process? They see the journey you're on. Are you being consistent there so they can see it, right? If you're a fitness-oriented person, are you sharing your workouts with them consistently? Do they see you doing the things that make them think, wow, this person is consistently creating this new lifestyle for themselves? Here's a real important principle. People respect consistency and desire it for themselves. People respect consistency and desire it for themselves. What this means is that not only does it build trust, but it actually attracts people to you. It attracts people to you. They think, wow, I want to be consistent like that. And this is when you get people saying things like, wow, you're such an inspiration. I've been following you on social media. You inspire me all the time. Me, I inspire you. What's inspiring is your consistency. People want to be connected to it. This actually builds your team. Being consistent not only helps you earn trust to get customers, but it also makes people want to join your team. They want to be like that. They want to be like you. So are you consistent? Are you consistent? And I've talked to you about being consistently a product of your product, posting on social media, things like that. But are you consistently in touch with all of your relationships? This is what really matters, because at the heart of this business, your ability to build relationships is going to equate directly to your success. Are you consistently in touch with all your relationships? Here's the thing. People won't believe you until they see you. People won't believe you until they see you. This is like, let's say you're doing this business a while, you're on social media, you're sharing people, oh, this is amazing. This is my journey. Join me, click here, message me if you'd like to learn more about joining my tribe, all this kind of stuff, right? Here's the thing I want you guys to understand. Most of the people you're connected to are seeing this and watching it, but very few, less than 5% are actually interacting and engaging. Is that true? Yeah. So what about the other people, the other 95% of people? They're watching you and they're being entertained by it like it's a reality show, but they don't feel like it's really something they're part of. Because for you to say on a post, hey, join me, great, you're not talking to me. Until I hear from you directly, until you personally reach out and connect with me personally and say, I'd like to invite you, they don't believe you're inviting them. If I haven't talked to you since high school, why would I think some random general post is for me, right? We need to be in consistent relationship with people. Relationship building is a contact sport, meaning we have to be in regular contact with people. Regular contact with people if we want a relationship. I just want to share this principle really quick. It's a huge one, so important to what we're talking about tonight. And that's this, that investing time in connecting with people is the only way to deepen relationships. Investing time in connecting with people is the only way to deepen relationships. Now, just really quick, I'm just going to pop out of my presentation for a quick second. Look at you guys. Well, you can see me. I wish I could see you guys. Just think for a second on this example. How many of you have ever received a really great card or letter, something with a handwritten message from somebody you care about? And when you read that message, oh my gosh, it just got you like right in the heart. How many of you guys are emotional people like me? You get a great card and you're just like, oh, really touched my heart. Hopefully everybody, right? Hopefully everybody on this webinar and live on the Facebook page have received a great card like that. Now, the next question to that is, did you keep it? Did you save that card? How many of you still have that card somewhere because you can't bear to part with it because it was so meaningful when you read it? Isn't that amazing? Most of us have like a secret stash where we have a stack of these cards and letters that we've saved over the years, right? Because we can't bear to get rid of them, especially from the people we love the most. In fact, one thing that I have found that really is amazing is even after we pass away, our family will keep those cards and letters. They'll be treasured even beyond our lifespan. Isn't that incredible, that lingering amount of value they have? Now, another example. This is a happy birthday postcard that I received from my life insurance salesperson. Have you guys ever received one of these happy birthday cards? Just a postcard. And it says, "Here's to another great year of you, wishing you all the best." Yeah, you guys ever received those? How many of you have saved something like this in that special place with the beloved cards and letters? Nobody, right? We throw these away. These get tossed immediately. Now, getting one of these is nice, right? And it's not a terrible thing. It's just, it's nice, but we don't put a lot of value on it. Why does this not have the same value? So let's go back to that principle. The only way to deepen a relationship is by investing time and connecting with someone. This requires no investment of time, so we don't value it. We know that this is automated, right? And this is not a personal connection. This is bulk mailing. My name's not even on it, guys. My name's not even on it. So this is not personal, and it required no time. We do not value it at all. We do not value it at all. So when connecting with people, I want you guys to understand whatever system it is, and I'm going to show you mine in a second. You need to spend a little bit of time investing in each person and connecting with them personally. That's how you build relationships and do it consistently, right? In fact, let's say you know 3,000 people, 4,000 people, maybe more. How do you stay in touch personally with all 4,000 people? You're going to need a great system, right? But that is the key to building this business. Okay, let me get back to my presentation. So that's your principle. Get that down. Take a screenshot if you haven't. Investing time connecting with people is the only way to deepen relationships. So let's talk about how to get into this. Second component of relationship marketing. Get your lists organized and prioritized. We're going to get to the nitty gritty, how-tos. Okay? Get your lists organized and prioritized. You cannot be productive when you feel disorganized and scattered. You cannot be productive when you feel disorganized and scattered. True? Yeah. So I want you to have no more random pads of paper, notebooks, complicated spreadsheets. I know who you guys are. Sticky notes on the wall of people you've met or that you're connecting with, the sticky note system. Do you guys remember that movie Bruce Almighty with Jim Carrey where he decides he's God for the day and he decides he's going to prioritize all of his prayers by sticky notes? Remember that scene? If you haven't seen that scene, go Google that, and that's what your business is like if that's the system you're using. So first off, you need to get one list with all your contacts in it. One place. Everybody in one place, organized. Okay? Have a system that leverages your time so that you can become a power hour boss. Okay? Have a system that leverages your time so you can become a power hour boss. And you must use a CRM. CRM is a type of software. CRM stands for Contact Relationship Management. Okay? If you are not using a CRM in your business, it is like drinking water through your hands. Okay? You will quench your thirst, but you will waste more water than you drink. All right. And of course, I think Teamzy is the best CRM, of course. We'll talk about that at the end. So once you get them all in one place, organized in a CRM, now you want to prioritize your relationships. You have to prioritize them. Okay, you cannot prioritize your time until you have prioritized your relationships. It's an important principle, guys. Write this down. You cannot prioritize your time until you have prioritized your relationships. Why is this? Because 80% of your results comes from 20% of your relationships. You guys have heard of the 80-20 rule. I'm not making this stuff up. 80% of your results will come from 20% of your relationships. You need to prioritize relationships so you can identify who are the likely top 20%. Make sense? Because you should connect more often with your best people. Here's a principle of relationship marketing. You should connect more often with your best people. Now, I'm going to show you that we need to connect with everybody regularly, but more often with our best people. Okay? And you won't be able to do that unless you prioritize. Now, I have a very simple system for prioritizing my relationships. It's very simple. Okay? It's a 5-star system, just like you use for pizza or Yelp or whatever, right? 5 stars. A 5-star person is somebody that I'm going to connect with every 30 days. And that's somebody that I would say is most likely to become a customer or join your team, right? Every 30 days. They're going to be your best friends, closest family, right? 4-star people are people that I connect with every 60 days. And that's somebody likely to become a customer or join your team with a little nurturing. They're still pretty warm relationships, right? But 4 stars every 60 days. 3 stars every 90 days. And this is someone who might join the team or become a customer at some point in the future. Who knows? We don't know yet. Probably most of the people that you know will be in the 3-star category. Okay, most people will be in the 3-star category. And then if I give somebody a 2-star rating, that's every 120 days, so every 4 months. Those are pretty cold relationships at this point, but there's still people I hope to warm up over time. Make sense? And then if I give somebody a 1-star, that's somebody that I don't want to market to actively. Maybe I want to keep their contact information or whatever for whatever reason, but I'm not reaching out to them. Okay. So that's my simple system, 5-star system. You guys got that? Really simple. You need to have an easy and reliable system to keep your list organized, like a tool, right? I don't want you guys having a pad of paper where you write 5 stars next to it and trying to figure that out. You need to have a tool, and I'll share my favorite tool later. Spoiler alert, it's going to be Teamzy. Hello, if you haven't heard of it, it's awesome. I'll show it to you in a little bit. So get your list organized, prioritized, okay? Next step, start conversations daily. Start conversations daily. As a business owner, your primary job is to start conversations daily. Okay? How do I build my business? By starting conversations daily. This is it. Okay? Now, I just want to clarify a couple things about this because I told you in the beginning I'm going to go against the grain a little bit on what's being taught. Most people teach cold inviting. That means that you've got like an invite script and you just blast it out to everybody you know. Okay? Here's what I believe. Cold invites end conversations and often friendships. Cold invites end conversations and often friendships. Now, not always or nobody would use them, but I would say about 98% of the time, right? Unless you just love being rejected, I wouldn't do it. So again, just to remind you guys, what we talked about the go for no approach. Again, go for no approach is self-centered. It's completely self-centered. It damages personal relationships because of number one, because it's self-centered. It gives the industry a bad reputation. Okay. And again, here's kind of the comparison between going for no and relationship marketing that we talked about a little while ago. There's a better way to do this. So this is how we do it. And I'm just going to teach you guys this simple concept. Get into the make someone's day mindset, not the who's going to be interested in my business. Who am I going to recruit? Who's going to put their hand up and say, yes, I've been looking for something like this. No, get into the make someone's day mindset. Whose day can I make today? Whose day can I make today? Okay. And then what I want you to do is once you've gotten that mindset, set a daily goal for prospects, customers, and distributors. Those are the people on your team, guys, and hit it consistently. For example, this is my example, 10 prospects, 6 customers, 4 distributors. Daily, we're going to make those people's day. We're just going to make their day. Okay. Don't get stuck in analysis paralysis. Don't overthink this. Don't overthink this. We're going to start simple. Okay. Start simple with a simple message. This is what works so incredibly well. I'm embarrassed to say it took 16 years to figure this out, how well a simple message works. But a simple icebreaker message like this. Hi, Jay, just stopping by to say hello. How are you? I hope your day is awesome. A simple message like this to start conversations, not end them. And if you break this down, you can see I've greeted her by name so she knows it's not a spam thing, right? She knows it's not just like to everybody. Just stopping by to say hello. In other words, I'm not here to do anything to you that you don't like. How are you? I'm interested in you, and I hope your day is awesome. Just to make someone's day message. Okay, simple. Just do that consistently. Make those people's day, your prospects, your customers, and your team members. Start conversations. It's a great place to do. And then as you're starting conversations, I'll talk to you guys about it in a little bit, but you're going to find, as you have great conversations with people, opportunities to talk about your business. Okay. I want to talk to you about staying in touch with customers real quick, because people neglect this. Just really quick on this. There's 3 reasons to stay in consistent contact with customers. And by customers, just to clarify, I mean everybody that's ever been your customer, past or present. Stay in contact with them. If you've lost contact, just reinitiate contact. Here's why. Number 1, if you're in regular contact, they'll start to think of you as the expert. They'll start to think of you as the expert. Number 2, they will buy more products and stay longer on recurring orders, okay? They'll buy more products and retain longer. When you're in regular contact, this is statistically true. They buy more product and retain longer. That means team volume goes up. Hello, hallelujah. And also they will bring new people to your business. Customers are the best way to get new people, okay? And number 6, part 6, I'm gonna actually break this out for you. But I want you guys to understand that connecting with customers and the distributors on your team is equally as important as connecting with new prospects. Okay, it's equally as important. Don't neglect them. We need to connect with our distributors on our team to build relationships. Why? Because that's how we keep them. That's how we keep them. Don't work so hard to recruit people and then let half of them quit every year, right? Okay. Component number 4 of relationship marketing, share where appropriate. Share when appropriate. Same difference. Share when appropriate. One of the problems with network marketing is we share when it's not appropriate, and people don't like that feeling of being shared something they're not interested in, right? So how do we find out when it's appropriate? First, ask questions. Ask questions. So you start that conversation and they're telling you, you're now chatting, ask them questions. Identify what their wants and needs are. What do they need in their life? If you're in the weight loss business, you can't walk up to an overweight person and say, I have a solution to your overweight problem. They may not have identified that as a need. That comes across rude. Does that make sense? So ask questions, identify what their wants and needs are. What do they need? What do they need help with? And then invite them into a solution for their problems. Invite them into a solution for their problems. In other words, you can't assume the problem and give them a solution to something that they don't recognize. Make sense? So what I recommend is set a daily goal for shares. Set a daily goal for shares. And when I say shares, I just mean sharing your business opportunity or sharing a product solution with somebody. That's what I mean by a share. Okay, so set a daily goal for shares. I always follow the minimum of 3 a day. So in our example, we're connecting with 20 people, 10 prospects, 6 customers, 4 distributors on our team. 20 people we're sending messages to make their day. The goal is out of those, 3 opportunities will arise to share. Okay, 3 opportunities to share. After you share with somebody, put that person on your follow-ups list. So the follow-ups list isn't just to stay in touch with people because your other system is got that nailed. The follow-ups list is, these are the people I've shared with. These are the people who said, yes, I'm interested, Eric. And I've shared with them. Now I'm going to put them on that follow-ups list because I have to treat them differently now. We're not just connecting to build a relationship. They've asked for my help. I've offered a solution. And now I need to show them what a professional I am. I'll talk about that in a minute. Those who are not ready for a share, you just keep connecting with. Connect again with a later date based on that 5-star system I taught you. Those who are not ready for a share, just connect with a later date. Just keep connecting, just building the relationship. Make sure that you are tracking shares and follow-ups. They've got to be tracked. They've got to be tracked. And of course, I'll share my favorite system in a bit. Yes. So here's an example of a typical day. 10 connects to prospects, 6 connects to customers, 4 connects to team members. That's just text messages, Facebook messages, whatever you're comfortable with. Those little make someone's day messages. 20 connects should take you 30 minutes. Okay. And then the goal is 3 shares out of 20. So 3 out of 20 conversations gets a share. And then those people would be added to your follow-ups list. By Friday, you have 15 people on your follow-ups list. With me? Okay. And then the second half, we'll talk about this in a minute. The second half of that power hour would be doing the follow-ups, be the second 30-minute block. Okay. Number 5, follow up like a pro. So we've put these people on the follow-ups list. How do we follow up like a pro? Did you guys know this statistic? 80% of all sales happen between the 7th and 10th follow-up. 80% of all sales happen between the 7th and 10th follow-up. How many of you hearing that are like, ew, I didn't like the sound of that because I don't want to have to follow up 10 times, right? Most people don't want to follow up 10 times. Are you following up 10 times? Most people don't want to because they feel like they're being annoying, right? How many of you guys would, like, if I followed up 10 times, people would think I'm annoying? Let me just ask you a couple questions real quick because I want to shift your mindset. Do you believe in your product? Do you really believe in your product? Do you believe it's going to help people? Will it change people's lives? Do you believe in your opportunity? Do you believe that the business plan, the opportunity you represent is amazing and people need this? Do you believe these things? It's important. Are you truly in this business to help other people? Is that what gets you fired up? Are you passionate about helping others? Now, if you answered yes to all three of these, you're my people. God bless you guys. Okay? So you're the ones I'm talking to, because I don't understand any other way to approach this business except for to feel really strongly about these three questions. But here's the mindset shift, okay? Shift your mindset. Following up is an act of love. Following up is an act of love. It's not just to be annoying or to be a pest. It's how we show people we love them, because we believe in our product, we believe in our opportunity, and we want to help change lives. We're not going to change their lives until they make that first purchase. We can't even get started. So we have to follow up. Following up is how we love them. It's how we bring them to the place we want to, which is where we get to impact their life. Okay. But real quick, I will teach you how to follow up without being annoying, because I know that's a major concern. So here are the 2 principles to follow up without being annoying. Okay, write these down. These are great. First off, never ask them to do anything in your follow-up. Okay, just don't ask them to do anything in the follow-up. You've already had the conversation where you shared, you've already made the strong call to action. Now you're just going to stay connected through a follow-up. So don't ask them to call you back or to text you or to respond. That could be annoying. Don't ask anything of them. Okay, number 2. Keep your follow-up short, sweet, and written so they can read it without opening the message. Keep your follow-up short, sweet, and written so they can read it without opening the message. Now picture this. Your message comes through. I'm talking to you and, I'm talking to, let's see here. I don't have the participants list in front of me. So I'm talking to Jane. She's excited. She's interested. She's like, yep, I'm going to sign up. Great. So I said, I'm sending you everything you need, the links, instructions, everything right now. Boom, I'll check in tomorrow, see if you have any questions. She says, perfect, sounds good. And then all night long, I'm looking at back office, waiting for that order to come through, and it doesn't come through, does it? Most of the time, it doesn't. So I follow up as I promised. I send her a little message. She sees it. It comes through her phone. But the moment it comes through is just a terrible moment, right? The dog's throwing up on the baby over in the corner. She's not going to pick up her phone and respond to me. But what does she do? She looks at it. We are so obsessed with our phones and getting a message. We look at it. She looks at it and sees it. That's all I care about. I want her to read it. I understand that she's not going to open it most of the time because she's busy. The most important thing is I haven't given her any work to do. She's always getting my messages. And every time she gets it, she is reconnected to the hope I shared with her for a brief moment. This is all you want to do on following up, you guys. You won't be annoying this way. So do these 2 things. Don't ask them to do anything in the follow-up. Keep it short, sweet, and written so they can read it without opening it. Okay? Most people won't even respond to the first 5 follow-ups. No response at all. I don't understand. She was so excited and now just crickets, nothing coming back. Has that happened to you guys? If that hasn't happened to you, you're not trying hard enough. Most people won't respond to the first 5 follow-ups, but they will thank you after the 6th or 7th follow-up. If you're not getting those thank yous, that means that you're not continuing to follow up past 4. Most people go 3 or 4 and that's it. So that means most people aren't even getting a response to their follow-ups. How sad. People take more follow-ups. You just need to stay consistently connecting with them and showing them that you're present for them. They will always thank you. They'll say, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry that I haven't responded to your messages. Thank you so much for staying in touch. Okay? Keep them on that follow-ups list until they convert or say no. And then when they say no, no big deal. They go back into your flow and you continue building a relationship with them. Why? Because no, sometimes it's just not right now. Just keep building that relationship with them. Okay? You need a system that will make sure no follow-ups ever fall through the cracks. I'm going to show you my favorite tool in a minute. Okay? I'm going to do that. This is my system. You guys will find out in a second. I actually built software to help me do this system, and I'll share it with you guys so you don't have to reinvent the wheel either. Number 6, create introductions. Creating introductions, also known as getting referrals. But again, like I told you in the beginning, we're going to flip that on its head because a referral is way too passive. We want to get introduced. Remember this statistic, 85% of new business comes from customer word of mouth. That means that 85% of your business comes from you getting introduced to others. It should be. Actually, 100% of your business could come from that because it's such a rich pool of it. And again, remember that 82% of Americans say they seek recommendations from friends and family when considering a purchase. So 85% of business comes via introduction, and 82% of people will seek out that introduction before making a purchase. That's powerful, you guys. So here are the two groups who will introduce new customers to you. And when I say customers, I also mean team members, because a lot of times it can go either way, right? Two groups. One are your advocates, two are your current customers. Your advocates and your customers. Now remember, an advocate doesn't have to be a customer. An advocate can just be fired up and excited about your passion and the problem you solve. You may not solve a problem that they have, but they may be excited about what you're doing and how you can help their friends and family. Does this make sense? This is why when somebody says, no, I'm not interested in your product, you don't throw them away. You continue building the relationship with them. Here's an example of how to plant seeds with people so that you can train them to introduce you to people. Something like this. Screenshot this if you want to keep it. Could you do me a favor? If you do come across anyone you care about that might need help with, what is it that you help people with? Would you connect them with me so I can send them some information? Now, the planting seeds is great because we want people to know that their advocacy is what you want because you want to help their friends. Does this make sense? Sometimes this planting seeds example is a great way to end a conversation when somebody's not interested. Hey, no problem, you're not interested. Could you do me a favor though? If you do come across anyone you care about that might need help in this area, would you connect them with me? Most people will say yes. And you're starting to teach them that they're going to be your advocate. Remember, don't get referred, get introduced. What do I mean? Don't tell them about me or here's my business card. Say, can you introduce me to them so that I can get them some information? It's so important. Remember, the hottest source of a new lead is your current customer. The hottest source of a new lead is your current customer. They are the people most likely to introduce you to someone. Why is this? Because current customers are already using your products and they love them, right? And what do people do when they love them? They tell other people about it, right? They already trust you too. I mean, they've bought something from you. They've given you their money. They trust you. And they're talking about your products to their friends and family already because that's how we're wired. They're already doing it, okay? So your customers already have people right now who are ready to buy. Isn't that amazing to think about? Your customers already have people who are ready to buy right now. Think about your favorite customer. Right now, they've already talked to people who are ready to buy probably. Okay, so the question is, are you getting introduced to those people? You need to get introduced to them or else they're just gonna go find it somewhere else or they're just gonna fizzle out and not get anything. So here's an example of how to get introduced. I know you've really been enjoying whatever the products are they're using. Can you think of anyone you care about that might be interested in learning more about whatever the product is? Can you think of anyone? See, it's specific. Great. Would you mind quickly introducing them to me so I can get them some information? Okay. Just ask them to introduce you. Group text, group email, whatever's easier. Make sense? Okay. So quick action steps on these pieces. Stay in consistent contact with your advocates and customers and always plant seeds. Always plant seeds. Ask them to introduce you. Ask them to introduce you and follow up like a pro, like I taught you. Okay. You cannot ask people to introduce you if you're not in consistent contact. That doesn't come across right. So make sure you're in consistent contact first, then ask them to introduce you, follow up like a pro. Okay. So here's a quick review of the relationship marketing system. I know that it was like drinking through a fire hose. I call it leading with love, this approach to business. But again, you need to have an organized and prioritized list in a CRM system. You need to set your daily targets for connecting with prospects, customers, and team members, building and deepening relationships. You need to share where appropriate, right? You need to follow up on shares like a pro and get introductions, not referrals. All right, get introductions, not referrals. And make sure that you track it all so nobody falls through the cracks. Track it all so nobody falls through the cracks. Again, here's a typical day's power hour. 10 connects to prospects, 6 to customers, 4 to team members. Again, just making people's day. 30 minutes, messages sent. Sharing, the goal is to share 3 times out of 20. And then those shared people are getting added to your follow-ups list. So the second half of your power hour is 15 to 20 follow-ups, 30 more minutes, done. 1 hour a day. Okay, 1 hour a day. Now, the cool thing about leading this kind of in this way as a leader on the team is that you get to lead with heart and your team will follow. When you lead with heart and love on people and implement relationship marketing, your team will follow. You'll be able to attract trustworthy, caring people to your team. How many of you guys would like that? Yeah, because they're seeing how you treat people. You'll never have to ask your team to do something you don't believe in yourself. And this comes from when we get these corporate training classes. We're like, here's what we're gonna do. Here's the script. It's like, yeah, send out the script. And you're like, I don't want to do this, but you're telling your team it. This approach, you'll never have to do something, ask them to do something you wouldn't want to do yourself. So let's just talk about this past hour. Would you agree it's been time well spent so far? I hope I brought a ton of value for you. As you can imagine, I couldn't cover everything you need in an hour webinar. Even if we had all day, I wouldn't be able to cover it all. There's so many layers to the pieces of this system that I showed you today. Here's a quick testimonial from my friend Suzanne. She's become my friend over the years. She says, Eric Johnson, you and your company are spot on. I cannot thank you enough. 3 years, 6-figure earner, and a team of over 3,000 now, and still was struggling with crazy written lists, a tried and failed index card system, and no Excel skills. Seriously, Teamzy has been the answer I have needed. Hallelujah. I could sing your praises all day. Our personal business is our #1 priority, and you've helped me to finally have a productive power hour. Thank you. I love that testimonial because since then, she's gotten to the top rank of her company and now is all relationship marketing. So you've got some options ahead of you right now. Those of you who've hung in with me through this whole thing, here's some options. Number 1, follow the old school approach of cold inviting, going for no, risking rejections, damaged relationships, and the inevitable burnout. Option 2, go it alone. This is what I did, and spend hundreds of hours trying to create your own systems to apply what I've taught you today. Or option 3, learn a proven system and leverage ready-made tools for creating a steady stream of new customers and recruits, and learn from someone who has not only done it, but mastered it, and do it without feeling like an icky salesperson or being rejected. Okay? So this is where we come to where I get to talk to you about the Teamzy Elite Business Bootcamp suite. I just want to kind of break this down for you. And I know a lot of you guys are interested in the Teamzy Bootcamp. For those of you who are somebody just recommended you check out this webinar and you've learned and you've liked the system, let me show you now the tools that we've built to really help you implement this. The Teamzy Bootcamp, first off, it's a complete video tutorial program, and it has the CRM included with it, or it's part of it, for consistently generating leads and getting more customers. It's a 12-week step-by-step action plan to learn how to keep your sales consistent by always having leads coming through your funnel, how to build relationships by staying connected and knowing what to say and when to say it, how to follow up without being annoying and overcome objections, how to build your team into a powerhouse, even if you don't have a lot of time. It includes 13 training videos, clear action plans, and workbooks. Okay, so that's the first piece, is the step-by-step course. Oh, here's another great testimonial. This is from my friend Debbie. She said, I have taken a ton of training to rise above the pack and fight for the tippy top of my company. And I will hands down tell you that this is some of the best drilling and training that I've received. I'm so grateful to have committed at a time such as this. I didn't get started at the official starting point, and I was deflated about that and had a hard time getting motivated. See, she's human like the rest of us. But 3 days in, and I'm hooked, and I have plans of developing a habit that is going to help me be a world changer with these practices. The structure is so helpful, and I'm so thankful. So let's go through some of the courses in Bootcamp. Here are some of the titles: how to increase conversions by 80%, how to leverage your social media to build trust. That's a big one, because a lot of people think social media is about getting followers. It's about building trust. How to get your current customers to bring you more customers. I gave you guys a sliver of this tonight. How to move a great conversation into an invite and a share. That's the #1 thing people ask me for, and we do talk about that. How to meet new people and add them to your team. How to identify future leaders on your team. Guys, if all I did was just sell the course, the value based on the way we sell courses in Teamzy University now, just the courses would be a value of $480 just for these courses. Here's some more: unleash your inner power hour boss, uncovering your why, how to lead with love, overcoming objections with heart. These are great courses. $480 just for the courses. Also included, well, it's not included in the price, but it's the heart, the center of Teamzy Bootcamp is Teamzy CRM and Power Hour. And if you guys haven't seen Teamzy CRM Power, this little screenshot here, it just automates and streamlines everything I've taught you tonight. It has your list prioritized, starred, ranked, and Teamzy has an up next Power Hour module that actually automatically, based on the algorithm, tells you who to connect with every day. You don't have to think about who to connect with or plan or wonder, when did I talk to them last? Every single day it says, here's who's up, Here are the people you're going to connect with today. You're so incredibly organized with it. And again, you'll be able to find every contact customer, every conversation's logged in there. You'll be able to crush your power hour, view and track all your leads, get your team motivated, and see your performance. That's part of what we're going to be doing. Also included in this is my scripts library. And I know I shared just like one couple of little scripts today. You guys probably screenshotted some of those. I have all my scripts in Teamzy, right? Designed for Facebook Messenger, text messages, any type of touch point. They're all in there. I even have scripts on what to write in a card for people, how to get started writing in a card. These aren't cheesy sales scripts. These are scripts designed to help you connect, okay? So it's a collection of conversation starters for staying in touch, follow-ups, reconnecting. And you can also create your own scripts and save them in the library in your own account. So you can have your own stuff in there, which is pretty cool. So the scripts library, if I charged you just for that, it'd be $100 value, okay? Also included in the bootcamp suite is the Ultimate Mindset Training Series. The Ultimate Mindset Training Series. And this is where we'll teach you to connect, serve, and help people to build trust and deepen relationships. We'll give you the strategy to uncover your why so you stay consistent. And we'll set your game plan for success with big and smart goals. We're going to teach you how to create. Have you guys ever heard of BHAGs? Big, huge, audacious goals. We'll teach you how to set those BHAG goals. We'll teach you how to set SMART goals, which are kind of your midterm goals. And we'll teach you how to figure out what your personal business standard should be. That's the amount of activity you need to put into your business each day that you hold yourself accountable to, your standard. So these trainings are included, again, by themselves, $297 value. Also in Bootcamp, we have our monthly live coaching calls. And that is with my personal mentor, Mike Lopez, and myself. And we're both in the call leading these live coaching calls. We do one each month during Bootcamp where everyone in Bootcamp comes into Zoom. It's awesome. Not only do we teach and train on specific topics that supplement the 13 training courses that we already include in Bootcamp, but there's a live Q&A session on every one of those calls. And sometimes that's the best thing. So if you were to hire us as consultants to do those coaching sessions with you, it'd be almost a $3,000 value. Okay. Just for those coaching calls, pretty cool. So again, 3 live Zoom coaching calls with Mike Lopez and I, specific trainings, idea sharing, and Q&A. Also, this is my favorite part. You get to be in a private Facebook group. Everyone in Bootcamp is in a private Facebook group. No one else can be in there. And so it's a great place to share your best practices, share new ideas, the awesome results you're getting, seek advice, get to know other like-minded pros. It's a safe place to do this, right? Also, you're going to get daily tips from Mike and I every single day. It's another layer of accountability and motivation. You'll also get a success partner, or maybe 2 or 3, depending on how it works for you, to keep you on track and hold you accountable. This is huge. Another runner, another like-minded person to hold you accountable. You're not on your own. We're going to support you through this process. What would I charge? And also you have daily access to me and to Mike Lopez. We'll be in there every single day answering questions. You have access to us. 3 months, pretty cool. Priceless. I can't put a price on this one. My favorite part. So going through again, what you're getting with Bootcamp, a 12-week training course, $480 value. The Teamzy CRM and Power Hour, if you bought that for the year, it'd be $360 value. Ultimate Mindset, 3 courses. Okay, $297 value. The Scripts Library, proven and tested to convert, $100 value. 3 live coaching calls with the founders of Teamzy, $3,000 value. Private Facebook group with top marketers and access to the founders, priceless, right? If I total all that up, it'd be $4,234. Wow. I'd probably pay that. I think it's worth it. But I want you guys to know we wanted this to be really accessible and affordable, even to people brand new. So the price for Bootcamp is $297. That's it for the full 12 weeks, $297, right? Plus you need to have a subscription to Teamzy. Plus you need to have a Teamzy subscription. You can't do it without a Teamzy subscription. You have to have that. What a deal. So if you're interested in signing up for Bootcamp, here's the link. Teamzy.com/bootcamp. Couldn't be simpler. Teamzy.com/bootcamp. Registration's open right now. We're going to start Bootcamp on the 28th of September. And you have between now and then to get all your prep work done. There's about a week of prep that you need to do before we start. Teamzy.com/bootcamp. You guys got that? Okay. So just so you guys know, in building this course, I really had 2 choices. The first was to go as cheap as possible, try to sell as many as possible, right? But that wouldn't incentivize me to really stack as much value as I could. Option number 2 requires a little higher investment, but in exchange, I can devote more resources to guarantee your success. We have put into this what we feel like Mike and I have sat down and figured out. What do they need to be successful in this business? Let's teach on each aspect of it. I want to show you this testimonial because I think it really sums up what Teamzy Bootcamp is all about. Okay, so this is from Jill. She says, after 7 years in the business, I had gotten to the point of feeling overwhelmed and frustrated with the go for no approach, using the typical prospecting language. The Teamzy Bootcamp has reawakened my ability to develop new and rekindle old prospects, helping me fill my funnel and enrolling new customers and business partners. I would highly recommend this bootcamp to anyone seriously committed to growing their business and leading their team to do the same. I was initially concerned about not having enough time for a 12-week training, but soon realized it wasn't something extra to do. It was exactly the income-producing daily activity that I needed to be doing anyway. I can't wait to share what I've learned with my team and will highly recommend they invest in themselves and their businesses by using Teamzy. Now, the Teamzy system is what I wish I had when I started out. It would have saved me years of time, given me more time with my family, not to mention made me a lot more money. Now, if you sign up for the webinar, for the boot camp before the webinar ends, I'm going to give you a huge bonus, okay? I'm going to host a private team call for you and your team. You get me personally. I'll come on, teach them, get them fired up and excited, okay? Inspire, energize, re-engage your team. We'll get your team on the same page and you'll have an opportunity to ask me anything, okay? So again, if you sign up for boot camp before the end of this call, then we'll get you set up for a private team call where I host a team Zoom for your team. Okay, again, just that alone is $497 value. Another testimonial here from somebody in our boot camp. He says, guys, please listen to everything Mike and Eric say and take it to heart. This system works. What they are teaching absolutely 100% works if you work this. And then Kat's comments on there too. She says, totally agree. Not only does it work, but it's beautiful. I hated being pushy. It made me feel dirty or something. But with Teamzy, I am just wanting to bless, and that is truly beautiful. Plus, it works. So look, if all I did was get you to consistently generate leads and make sales, wouldn't that be worth it? Would that be worth it? What if I give you the tools to make you successful in 3 months, help you to become a true leader to your team? You can see why clients are happy to pay $4,000 plus to help their team succeed. They learn techniques and tactics so they can build their business from the comfort of their home. You can see why it'd be a great deal at even $597. But because you're amazing and you took time to be on my webinar, I know that you're hardcore and have a passion to succeed. Again, the price is $297. That's like an 80% discount over the value. Pretty cool. Okay. And again, here's a shot from the inside the bootcamp website where you can see some of the courses and how it works out. You can download the sites and stuff. Some of the different courses that we teach you can take into bootcamp. Remember, you're going to have your power hour done in a powerful CRM where everything's organized for you. It tells you what to do, when to do it, and who to do it with, and even helps you with the scripts library, what to say. Very cool. All right. So again, this isn't for you if you're expecting a magic pill that's just going to help you sell and get customers. I can't promise anything like a magic pill. If you're expecting results without putting in an effort, this is not going to be the bootcamp for you either. This is an interactive training, which means I want you to apply what you're learning and do actions every single day. If you're one of those know-it-alls, this isn't going to work. The most successful people I've worked with are the most humble. They're the people who are the most coachable. Even the very successful people that come into bootcamp who've already built massive businesses are so coachable. They want to learn. They want to get better. The hard part of being a teacher is that I can only give you the tools. I can only give you the tools. If you follow the steps and do the activities, though, I will tell you this, the results will follow. The results will follow. I've been teaching this system for 20 years. It's worked every time. It never fails. If you put in the energy and the effort, it works. Okay? This has worked for network marketers and direct sellers, small businesses, people that are doing it on the side, busy moms with limited time, students, guys, girls, everybody. Okay, so get started now. Bootcamp, again, $297 total for 12 weeks. That's less than a cup of coffee a day for 12 weeks, you guys. Here's the link, teamzy.com/bootcamp. One less cup of coffee a day. Brew your own coffee, and you can be in bootcamp. What's more important? Teamzy.com/bootcamp. Get the link. Make sure you have it. Share it with your team. Okay, so you have a couple of choices. Again, first option, do nothing. Don't take a leap of faith, which, by the way, is 100% risk-free, not doing anything. Or invest a small amount today in yourself compared to the amount of value you're getting in return and give it a shot. Just give it a shot. It's not a big amount of money. but what an impact this could make, right? The real question is it worth investing a few minutes of your time and less than a cup of coffee a day to potentially have a complete system for consistently generating customers and leads with the relationships that you already have? Okay, don't forget the bonus offer deadline. I'm getting towards the end. We're getting towards the end. Sign up before the webinar ends to get the private team call locked in for you and your team. Again, I'm going to go through what we're getting one last time, and we're going to do Q&A. I see a couple things in the Q&A coming in. Pop those in if you have questions, you guys. Again, it's a 12-week training course. You're going to be working with the Teamzy CRM and the Power Hour module every day to do your Power Hour in Teamzy. You get to do the Ultimate Mindset training courses. In addition to the 12-week training course, the scripts library is there, 3 live coaching calls with the founders of Teamzy, private Facebook group with top marketers and access to the founders daily, and a private team call for you and your team if you get in there quickly. Again, $297 total, and you just need a Teamzy subscription along with it. If you're already a Teamzy subscriber, that part's done. It's just $297, okay? So again, there's 2 types of people, those who make things happen and win in their business, and those that watch others make things happen. So I don't want you to be the second person. If you're someone who wants to build a hugely successful business with heart, I hope you'll join us at Bootcamp. Again, here's that link, teamzy.com/bootcamp. You guys got that? And now if you've got questions, start plugging them in to the Q&A. Okay, we're going to start taking questions. Plug those into the Q&A, and I'll be happy to answer them. I'm just going to also, while those are coming in, I'm going to go over to our Facebook page and see if there's questions showing up on the live stream. Here we go. Great. Make sure that's there. Great. Okay. Julie says, is there a code to get the special? Nope, there's no code, Julie. Just go to that link, teamzy.com/bootcamp. And that's the pricing you'll find right now, $297. All right. So let's see here. I got one question from Brittany. It was actually in our chat. She says, what about when you follow up and don't ask anything, but they never say anything? Okay, so it's a great question, Brittany. The key is to continue following up. And again, follow my 2 rules so that you're not annoying when you follow up, but just to stay present with them. Many people will go a long time without responding, and that is completely normal. Okay, so here's basically the statistical breakdown. 20%, these are people who say they're interested, right? And you share with them. 20% will respond within 3 follow-ups. Those are the ones you're already getting. The other 80% take a lot longer, and they just get busy. They just get into their lives. They're not ghosting you, okay? They just get busy. And what happens is they see your messages, they mean to respond. Maybe it's not a top priority for them right now. And time goes on. They don't realize time's going on. So you just got to stay present with them. Okay, you just got to stay present. Usually what will happen is, and it may take a while, it may take a couple months before they suddenly say, I'm so sorry I haven't responded. Thank you for staying in touch. But if you continually show up, you will get a response. Now, I don't want you hounding them, not messaging them every single day or something. If you're not getting a response, start backing it off a little, maybe every week, every couple of weeks, just start backing off the time frame in between, but stay in touch and you will eventually get a response. Okay, great. All right, any other questions here, guys, that we want to go through? Okay, so let me see here. I might have a few more. Let me just check. Looks like must have been great. Okay, everyone's still here. Nobody's got questions. All right, so again, guys, $297. It's a no-brainer, less than a cup of coffee a day. We hope you'll join us in Bootcamp. We will absolutely pour ourselves into this Bootcamp. Again, registration closes on September, what is the date on that? Registration is only open for about a week and a half more. It closes on September 21st. You won't be able to get in after that. We get started on the 28th, so 21st to 28th is our prep week, and we'll be done with Bootcamp just before the Christmas holiday season. So we're going to get you guys so ramped up that in the holiday season, when you guys usually take your foot off the gas, you're going to have momentum that carries you right through the end of the year to start 2021 amazingly. Okay, great. Thank you guys so much for being with us. Hopefully we'll see you in Bootcamp. God bless you. Thanks for spending some time with me. Have a great night. Talk to you soon.